Hi. I'm sorry, I got a pop up and I had to process for a second. Hello, how are we doing? Chat! You look amazing today. God dang it. Toos, I put you there so I could give you spanks because you are screaming in my face. Don't do this. Already! Oh, Erin found a kitty that does that too to its servant. It was really adorable to watch some other cat do the exact same thing. If only they weren't so cute, maybe we could actually say something against it. But alas, they're too cute. Nothing to say. All right, we're here. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Um, I'm okay. I'm tired. I woke up at 4:30. It's just randomly at 5 my alarm was going to go off, but my body was like, you know what? We've had enough. Because my uterus started to get uncomfortable. So I started today with a headache, but I was able to bring it down a little bit, so I'm reasonably okay. I forgot to make extra coffee though, so that is no good. I'll do that in a little bit. Um, and I started Malcolm X yesterday. I have to be careful with this one because I'm very angry. So angry. Is anyone joining me with a book today? Because I will keep it down today, I guess. I'm going to try and focus on the Magic Cottage. I have made it to page 114, but I'm noticing that my mood is really influencing the way I read books at the moment. So we'll just see how it goes. I'll try not to get too angry. What about you guys? Thank you so much for the follow, Ryan. I hope you're having a good day. And if not, please know that is absolutely valid. Hi, Millie, Erin, and Dark, and Wisdom. And so try. Hope you're doing as well as your day allows. Yes, I second that. I kept getting bonked last night. He kept tapping me on the head. What hot water bottle? I am very curious if Seven responds to a hot water bottle because Tusha likes to lay on top of it if it's not too hot, which is really nice because then she puts pressure, especially when I'm lying down and I'm in a lot of pain. I'll put the hot water bottle on my belly, but it's it's really. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos or pictures of other women who have endometriosis and the result of the hot water bottle because you're so desperate for the pain to stop that you would rather burn your entire stomach than feel the internal pain. And that's basically what my stomach looks like twice a month. Uh, and that is too hot. But I lie down, I put like blankets over the hot water bottle, and then two lies on top of it, and that is. It doesn't fix it, but it's so nice. It's so nice. David Edinburgh voice. Far from the plains of the Serengeti, cherrypies spitter paddles around their environment, spunky cat in hand, preparing to admonish the belligerent entities with tales of lasers and floral hats. Yes! I swear, we need flower crowns. Oh, I said I was going to wear a flower crown. I didn't. Oh no, I don't know if I can because my head hurts. Will this do? Then I turn around and try to sleep. He punks me again and again until I look at him. He yells, repeats all over again. Oh my gosh. Maybe you just have to give him like a microphone. Maybe he wants a social media account so he can yell at the world. I follow a lot of cat accounts, so it's I think it's pretty lucrative actually to have a pet account. But my favorite must be baby corn. Baby corn, baby corn. Nothing else to add. Hi, Lisbound. I was at the hairdresser. I look like a soldier. What do you mean, like a soldier? That you just. Sometimes I wish I could do that. Actually, at the point, the reason I don't have my hair up is because it's too heavy. at the moment, especially when I have tension in my brain. It's already too heavy, which is why I cut it off before it gets long. This is the moment where I start thinking I should just cut it off again because I'm frustrated. It's too long to put up because it's heavy, and it's too short to have a comfortable what's it called? Oh God. Braid. A braid. That makes it like a little stumpy tail, so it's just uncomfortable. But I want to try. I want to try to let it grow for once. We'll see. But why do you look like a soldier? I'm so confused. There's a flower crown within reach. Yes, exactly. That's not why it's here. There's another one there. I have a lot of them. Where's the? And I went on my sewing machine. I have 2 within sight, and I think another 2 in the bathroom. So I'm good. Need 2 more for every day of the week. For midsummer, you could do it. I do it every day of the week. What? Flower crown? The chickadees are here. It's been a bit bad weather, so they weren't here yesterday. Which is why Winnie didn't want to go out either. He has started to make clear when he does and does not want to go out. And you know what? I'm actually disappointed when he doesn't want to go out for a walk in the morning. I'm like, dude, I want to go, but I don't want to go alone now because now I have a little friend with me. If I go to the forest, it's no fun if you don't go with me. Oh, you shave your head every week? Wait, you go to the hairdresser for that? Do it yourself. Why don't you do it yourself? Oh, thank you, Erin. I think it's that yeah. Everyone, if you have a flower crown, put it on. I don't care about your gender. That has nothing to do with the flowers. Everyone likes flowers. I'm sorry if you're allergic to flowers. That must be absolutely horrible. But these are. I need to be careful. I'm really clumsy today. It's the stupid painkillers, okay? Put on a fake one, and I promise you'll feel better. Maybe I should wear a flower crown once a week. Yeah. You said doo-doo. Oh no, Millie, don't say doo-doo. It's a bad word. We don't say doo-doo here. We say shit. Oh no, I'm in a mood today. Okay, please keep me in check because this is not okay. My filter is broken, I think. Uh-oh. I do too. Listen, I am not a saint, all right? I curse a whole lot more than I do on here, but I try to contain myself and not be too rude. Just in general, I try, okay? And also it puts a stop. If you're angry and you curse a lot, if you start using words like pannenkoek, worstenbroodje, een stuk verrot mos, that was all Dutch, I know, because I think swearing in Dutch is a lot more satisfying when English people don't know what you're saying. But my point is, if you're angry and you tend to curse, if you try to not use conventional curse words, but just random stupid things, you kind of break the anger as well, and you won't get consumed by an emotion that I'm assuming in this economy was probably caused by rage bait. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of English ones, but I usually, I don't want to say my go-to one. I don't use that one a lot anymore because I don't talk to Dutch people much these days, and even when I do, they talk English to me for some reason. But yeah, I have a few interesting ones. I just came up with that on the spot because I slipped on a bit of rotten moss with Winnie, and he too. We both are so clumsy. I swear. I think it's probably very funny to watch me and Winston wander through the forest because he slips and falls. He's silly, and I laugh at him, and then I slip and fall, and we're having a good time, basically. Right, Winnie? I swear, he's so silly outside. He thinks he's a monkey. Oh, why are we giving death stares to each other? Toulouse, blink, blink. Winston, look at me. She doesn't mean it. Oh my god. Hi, Blue. Hotse motze. Hotse motze, Millie. If I get really angry, I just blurt out, oh. I think that should be allowed. I don't know what you're saying, but I'll get to it. Am I still studying? Well, studying is a bit of a interesting word. Studying, no. I am listening to Swedish TV. I follow a few Swedish people and I try to read their stuff without translation. I have the coloring book, the Swedish coloring book, but it's not really active. At the moment, I am really struggling to just stay here in the moment. Like even reading, I'm not kidding. I'm really struggling to keep my mind. Now, okay, this is not exactly escapism, I'll admit, but it almost feels like I'm in a reading slump. But that's not it. I want to read. In fact, I was surprised by, oh my god, my mailman. It was the guy. I have a few, and one of them saw me in the middle of a pretty bad flare up. So I was on the couch and I hadn't closed the curtains yet because the flare up started when it was still light outside, and I kind of you know how those lawn chairs that, oh no, those old folding beds that you could just fold up. That is what I felt like. So I had my eyes closed and just trying really hard not to scream because neighbors tend to think that murder is going on when I'm bleeding. There's no murder. It's just my body. And he saw that the last time he was here. So when he came to bring this, I really think he thought I was dying or something because he looked so worried when I opened the door. He saw me come up off the couch and just struggle to get to the door. And the next time, like I said, when he brought this, I wasn't visible from the outside, and he pressed the doorbell longer than he's ever done, and he started to bang on my door like he thought I was dead, I swear. So I assured him that this is normal, sort of. I'm okay. Please don't do that again because I'm really scared. But yeah, I got a whole lot of new books. These were all gifted by Loop. Basically, my entire no, that's not true. Half of my TBR is gifted books by now, and these were the last ones that came in. I think these were all of them. It is the first few books. First few. I feel like there's more. Oh, I accidentally did something I wasn't aware of. This is the start of a world, and this is not supposed to be. That's a good thing I checked. This is not supposed to be read until I've read this. What did you say? It was it might not be. Oh, Blue. I did not learn yesterday that the Swedish for nipple translates to breastwort, and the Swedish for areola is a wart garden. Keep learning Swedish. Language is fun. Language is fun. I love languages. All languages. I wish I could learn quicker. Yeah, more absorbing. I was never really good at studying. Even when I was in school, my how I studied for tests was really just reading the stuff that I had to know once a day until I had the test. No stress, no pressure, just read it. And yeah, I don't know, it worked for me. Hi, Garp. And good morning, Lushorty. Hey, Sean Flickan. Wait, what are you saying, Millie? Oh, is that the only? I'm not sure what that means. Honestly, at the moment, I don't even know what I did this morning. Hello, Mr. Master. Do you have a library? Not yet, but I'm working very hard on it. Hi, Kay. Morning. Hey, son. Hey, doll is goodbye, I think. Or also hello. We do that in Dutch as well. I'm blanking on the word, but we say a certain goodbye as a hello as well. Flick on indeed is, well, isn't that the girl? Because of the N at the end? I think it may be Flicka. Uh, I don't know either, Millie. I believe you. I believe you. Oh, it's an informal way of reading. Yeah, Duolingo doesn't teach you that, does it? Luckily, I haven't touched Duolingo for quite a while. I enjoy Project Gutenberg. It is free, and there is more there than I could read in a lifetime. And it's archive. I only know this from watching another stream practice Swedish. I mean, you have dialect, and you have this is why immersion is also always the best way to learn. But if that is not an option, music, watching TV shows or movies, either dubbed or originally in the language that you want to learn. I mean, that's literally how I taught myself English, by watching Dragon Ball Z. That is how I got my base for English, and from there it just kind of went wild. German? Why German? German is a lot like Dutch, I feel like. It's just a bit loud. Wait, that reminds me. Yesterday we talked about how animals speak languages, or they respond to languages. And that later made me think of there's police dog. I don't know what program it was, some kind of police program, I guess. And it was this police dog that had been no, trained in Germany to be a police dog for an American force. So the handler of that dog had to, she was just speaking in English, and suddenly when she gave the commands to the dog, she started to speak super violent German. It was such a whiplash. I don't know, what were the commands? I don't speak that kind of German anymore. I want to say raus, but that, yeah, jetzt? No, I don't know. Great, I'm a loud soldier now. You're a loud soldier. As long as you spread love. Right, I wanna show the books that I got, especially this one actually, because I was unaware that it would be so pretty. Look at that. Spartelboots. Are you making me curse? Don't make me curse. Don't get me cancelled. I'm pretty sure I would be able to do that all on my own. Oh, I go sailing in the Netherlands every year. Understand like 30% of the saying, and you just connect the rest. Yeah, yeah. And if you immerse yourself for long enough, you will just become, well, maybe not fluent immediately, but is he okay? I'm worried because I have gotten conflicting information on Neil, but yeah, whatever. How do we even know? Oh, here it is. oh, I think that person is very naked. Oh, you couldn't see it. Okay, well, hold on. Wait, what? Has anyone ever read The Sandman? I'm pretty sure this is gonna make me want to draw. I Whenever I read something like this, I always feel like drawing, which I haven't been able to pick up yet. I am writing again. If you listen to me on the walk with me, uh, okay, maybe it's not safe to read that over here. I lost. I don't know what I just saw. I shouldn't flip through it. What was this? Oh, that for reasons that I don't want to get into now, I was having trouble writing for myself. Um, for one, I just feel still creatively absolutely dead because all I think about and all that is coming out of my fingers when I try to make something other than the mess that is in my head. I still, but it's just, I feel like I'm stuck in honey when it comes to the thoughts that I have about the state of the world and everything that's happening. But I am working with that. So I'm writing again, but I'm not currently drawing, which is sad because drawing is nice. The other books that I got, oh my god, I'm really out of it. So I have heard a lot about the Six of Crows. I want to read this because a lot of the booktubers that I really like, though the Elsie Silver book is making me rethink a few things because on the cover of the Flawless by Elsie Silver is one of those blurbs from Allie Hazelwood, and she is apparently really popular. But I have questioned: is Elsie Silver? This is a serious. This is so serious. Is Elsie Silver? Is she a Mormon writer? Like Stephanie Meyer? I can't find it. I've tried to find any information on that side, um, but I don't know how to go about it. Fixer, hi! Thank you so much for the race up. 18 months. Don't be sad. I'm doing my best. Are you okay? How are the animals doing? American Gods, which was not bad, and The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which was to me was kind of meh. I also read American Gods, loved it. Didn't like the series, but I truly no clue what this is about. I just know that it's very popular and it's fantasy, and I promised myself I would allow myself to read more fantasy because my head is very loud. Little did I know that it was going to be actual life support for this year, but here we are. I also have The Witch of Willow Sound. This I found out about through Books and Lala, I think. But honestly, if I had seen this in the store, I would have been sold. I am a sucker for a good cover, and I love this. It is the opposite of all the cutesy, boppy, happy line art. I love this. Uh, and that's it for now. Yeah, the Neil Gaiman, I'm not going to show you anymore because I'm not sure what is in there. I didn't see the series. Did it live up to it? Does anyone know? Oh, thank you for reminding me. I need to get my something out of my dinner out of the freezer. Oh, brain, come on. A little bit more activity up there because this is not going to work. Luckily, I'm just going to read today. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to mute myself. I'm not going to read this on stream because I'm going to get pissed off. I'm going to read The Magic Cottage, which is one of our book club books. Also, I apologize for not publishing the Monday note over on Patreon. I started it. I wrote, "Hello, my dear Munchkins," and the sentence, "I am proud of you." And for some reason, I thought I finished it and I published it. I didn't. But I want you to know that I am proud of you. That was the most important thing that I wrote in there. I am going to try to get on that tonight. But just so you know, I did forget this time. Genuinely, and I want to be honest about that. But yes, in about 1 minute, I'm going to mute myself, and we are going into a sprint. I invite you to join me. I will be reading today, and I am reading one of our book club books, which was a submission by a viewer. Moist? What? Cake? Of Critical. I can't really say anything about it just yet. It's fine. It's fine. Coming out of the Flawless by Alfia Silver, this is quite pleasant actually. Don't know what's happening, but I don't mind the way they talk. In fact, I in my play-by-play comments, I am talking a lot to Rhett and telling him you can learn a lot about what it means to be in a genuine relationship because, dear Lord, that guy from Flawless was upsetting. But yeah, no, I really don't know what to say about this. But I invite you to pick up a book as well. Or maybe you just need to breathe. You're still waking up. Go get some coffee, which I'm going to do as well. But I will be muting myself so you can focus and don't hear me when my orange cat decides to be a little menace. Unless it's me. Could be. I will see you in 30 minutes. Good luck. Last minute. Welcome back. Okay. Uh, we're taking a 10-minute break and then we are going to do a power hour, the goal of which is to practice flow. But we'll get to it in a little bit. This is really funny. It's supposed to be a little bit freaky, I think. Wait, what were the original official genres attached to this? I don't recall. I am so tired. I am sorry that I am not a little bit more energetic, but I am really, really tired. The Magic Cottage. I want to know. Oh, oops. No! Oh, god dang it. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's interesting. There was only... Oh, it's a lie. Horror, fiction, fantasy, supernatural, thriller, mystery, paranormal, magic, British literature. Okay, so the reason I think it's funny is because so far it has just been... It gives Rose Red, Stephen King's Rose Red. If you're familiar with that movie or book, that is a story about a house that lives and unalives people, or at the very least makes them disappear. I'm not sure about the ending anymore. Freaked me out. That story really freaked me out. This, however, is feeling a little bit innocent still, and the guy, basically these two professional people. One is an artist and the other is like a musician. They live in London, but they move out into um, what's the name of the forest? The Winnie the Pooh thingy. Oh no, Robin Hood. Or is it the same? Oh god. In the middle of the forest, they buy this cottage and it's a bit run down. But the moment they move in, it's not as run down as it was when they went out to check it out. So at that moment, I already clocked. Okay, so the house is probably um, living off of the woman because for some reason the woman has a very interesting connection to the animals and the house itself, and the guy is a bit he feels a bit off, I guess. And he noticed a sound in the middle of the night. Now, for one, I would not have gone back to sleep. If there's noises in my attic and my first thought is there might be a person there, I'm not going back to sleep. He went back to sleep. It's not a person, it's bats. And he's completely freaked out about these bats. But I think the bats are very cute. Bats are they're demonized for no reason. They're absolutely adorable. Have you seen their faces? And have you ever seen a picture of bats that are hanging upside down, but like flipped? Not like I am horizontally, but like vertically. They look like they're having a party. They're so cute. So I'm not impressed. And the woman, her name is Mitch, and his name is Mike. Mitch is also not very impressed. She's also like, but they're cute. But she's probably not doing very well. I'm guessing that she is under the influence of the house for somehow, but I don't know. I don't know yet. I just know that this was not scary to me. It was cute, and the only thing that's scary is the shadow figure that he's seeing at the edge of the forest. Listen, I saw the Slenderman original thing live. I followed that sort of live. Marble Hornets is where the big hype around Slenderman started, I think, and I hated it, but I couldn't stop watching. So that is more terrifying. I don't like shadowy figures at the edge of forests, especially when I have been enjoying my time in the forest a lot. But yeah, the goth party bats meme. Yeah, it was dope. They're so adorable. I love them. They're just misunderstood. I love them because not only are they cute, but they eat mosquitoes. That alone to me is worth it. Like, okay, you eat mosquitoes, that's fine. I'll be friends. Sure, White Forest, Winnie the Pooh plays in the 100 Acre Woods. I don't think then it's neither. Wait, what is the name of the big forest in the UK? Is it Sherwood? Am I echoing? I'm so sorry, I'm loud. Hi Riku, how you doing? They're just little sky puppies. Yeah, I saw a video of someone who had rescued one that couldn't be released back into the wild, and it's truly just a little flying puppy. Adorable. No, I'm not scared at all. So I'm not really impressed with that. There are a few things that I came across that were a bit unfortunate. Maybe you can help me with the answer. Is it racist to come up with your own proverb from another culture? I feel like it is, isn't it? Now I'm not judging the book on these things because these are science. This book was first originally published in '86. Not saying it's okay what he's saying, but we can learn from this, right? Like he says, there's an old Chinese proverb I've just invented. I feel like that's not something you can get away with these days. I feel like that's not a sentence that would get through editing. Is it me? I feel like that's not. You can't do that. You can't do that. Is it just me? The next thing he says is, um, so the midge has an agent, I guess, for artwork or something. And he goes, their voice, and the agent comes by the new cottage. Their voices wander into the kitchen. Mitch is barely audible, and Big Val is grinding on like an asthmatic cement mixer. Actually, Val is okay, although a bit dykey of the bullish kind. I could have kissed her, big head, mustache and all. I feel like those are very unfortunate sentences that would not go over well these days. And I think they stand out because he is overall really nice and kind of it's kind of adorable their banter and their playfulness. But then there's sentences like that. I'm like, Dikey of the. I didn't even know Dikey was a word. And I was fully assuming that when I typed it in that I would get an autocorrect because I sometimes get autocorrect or the red line for words that are words. I will continue to look them up and then yeah, they're words. It's just that my dictionary doesn't know them for some reason. Dikey was known. I'm a bit disappointed. Mm, no, I don't know. What, Kay? What are you saying? You know that you can cultivate infinite curiosity, right? Nothing has to be boring as long as you pay attention. There's a man staring at me. Thinks it's necessary to look at me. Oh, okay. I see. I won't say a thing. I won't say a thing. Of course I can. I'm going to invent a Swedish proverb now. But are you Swedish? I feel like you shouldn't do that if you are not of that culture and if there is a history of oppression. That's what is not feeling right with the senses. And it's light, but that's the problem. That's really that is how racism and sexism just seeps into society and is normalized with these just adjacent to things that you shouldn't do. That's how things are normalized. Why am I on your feet again? I don't know, gaming. You tell me. Nothing is boring. Everything breathes. Yes, I agree with that. All right, so we're going into a power hour, the goal of which is to try and practice flow. Now, this is a bit hard to get a full hour. It's not the point. That's not a point. The point is to try and get back to it. The practice is starting, because often starting is the hardest part. So that's what we're going to do. Now, keep in mind, if you are having a hard day, if you are, what's it called? Sick, or just not feeling right, staying alive is a full-time job as well. So please make sure that you drink some water. And do what is best for you. As long as you don't hurt yourself or someone else, it's all good. All right, let's get to it. Good luck. I'm going to read further. I think the bats are going to play a big role, I just noticed. So that's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be more fun than scary. But alas, I'll let you know. Good luck. I'll see you in an hour. Last minute. A little less. Toos is in a mood. It's really cute, but also a bit stressful because I am afraid that I won't be able to play with her as much as she would like. Winston is terribly quiet today. It's a miracle. Welcome back. And before I forget, am I supposed to pronounce it they better be there? Or am I just making things up? Could be. I'm on painkillers for my endometriosis. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow day. And Healthy the Hound. What shall I call you? Hound? Is that okay? Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Shrek. I'm having a lot of trouble processing and sitting here. I kind of want to lie down. Yeah, I think that's for the best. Okay, so I remember that I forgot the Monday note in case you missed it. Realized this morning that I did not, in fact, publish it. So I'll make a short one. Well, I'll finish it because I did open it. I did start it. I made the title, and I said that I am proud of you, and I am. I'm very much proud of you. But it's not going to be a long one. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Blue, constantly. So it's and when I'm on painkillers, that's very frustrating because it feels like I'm like stumbling into walls. So I just want to lie down. I'm so sorry. It's Lucy's prancing and getting happy smacks. It was quite the picture. Yeah, she is. I don't know. She's in a mood. She's been yelling at me for hours, and it's adorable. But also, like I want to give her the attention. I don't know what's gotten into her, but I'll give her some more spanks, and I'll join Winston on the couch, and just shrimp for a little bit. I need to shrimp. That's basically it. I feel like I sat up straight for quite a lot today because that is important, working on my posture. But at the moment, I'm really struggling. I just took my third dose of painkillers for the day, but the last ones are not working anymore. So, you know, whew, and I would like to be able to stream tomorrow. And at the moment, that's why I felt quiet for a second there. Like, I'm afraid I have to cancel tomorrow again. I really don't want to do that. I hate having to miss stream. So I'm sorry I'm not very, very chatty at the moment. Oh no, I do not have the energy to go into that, Shrek. I am so sorry. Please take good care of yourself. I'll be back tomorrow. If not, I'll let you know over on Discord and on Instagram. Where I'm assuming if I just close the curtains and lie down, I should be okay. I've been able to not get into a migraine for quite a while as well. I wanted to get into that actually today, but I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. I'm so sorry. Remind me if I forget, because I really I wish I could ask more people to do it, because I think that I figured out how to prevent migraine from developing if I'm quick enough with a neck brace. But I'll tell you more about that if I'm actually able to keep eye on several conversations and chat and use my voice. And I'm not feeling okay right now. So thank you so much for being here. I love you. And drink water. Thank you so much for the hydrate, okay? You did good. I'm proud of you. Be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. I'm going to do my best as well. And I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.